Adam from Ecowise here. So we're coming to the end of our series of vlogs, or whatever they're called. We started this at the end of February, when this whole virus situation kicked off and we got put on lockdown, and we had all of our work with all the groups cancelled because schools were closed down. Things have changed a lot. When we first made some of our vlogs, we saw one of them, we saw a wheat field where the wheat was just coming out. Here's another wheat field, and this is what it looks like now. A riot of colour with the poppies and the chamomile and the cornflower. The wheat itself is just starting to turn a goldeny colour. It's still green, but it's going to be golden, so soon it'll be harvest. So time has passed. My hair's gone wild. I'm a little bit older than I was. I'm sure you are all a little bit older and a bit more wise and mature after these last few months of strange times of having to keep still. And we've seen a lot of things together. We've seen different kinds of tracks, different kinds of plants and animals and different situations, and I mean, talking about a lot of things. And I feel like now it's time to sort of slow down and maybe even more or less stop these vlogs, because what we're hoping is we're going to be able to see you guys live and direct. Hopefully soon schools are going to start back, even if it's after the summer, and we're going to be able to bring you people out into these places to experience them for yourselves with your full array of senses, because obviously doing it like this is a very limited medium. It's me interpreting and talking, and you can maybe see things, maybe you can hear things, but you can't have the full immersion experience that is what I really want you to have. So we're excited. Things are going to start off again, and we're hopefully going to be seeing many of you on trips with your schools, which is really exciting because things have cleaned up quite a lot since humans have kept still for the last few months, as you've probably heard. Whether it's different kind of aquatic ecosystems are cleaner, less pollution, more birds around, some birds nesting in places they've never nested, etc., etc. So we're excited that things have changed, and hopefully for the better. And perhaps we ourselves have learned some skills in this time of keeping still. Like keeping still. Keeping still is a skill. If you want to notice what's around you, you have to be able to stop and be receptive. Like right now, I don't know if you can hear nightingales, crickets. You hear the nightingales? Beautiful. So like I said, lockdown's nearly finished, so this is the first time we've been at this river for 3 months. This is one of my favorite places in the area, and I love bringing groups here. And if you look at these tracks here, we've got, this was probably yesterday, and I can see a child's footprint, look at the side, with a dog, bare feet. So this is a symbol to me of freedom, and of kids like you guys being able to get out from your homes at last and come into beautiful wild places like this and start to explore. Bare feet on the sand playing with a dog, it looks like was happening here. So it's not we're going to stop doing these videos completely. We're going to occasionally still post these videos when we see something exciting and interesting that's notable and we want to share with you. Because like I said before, the idea is we actually get you back out with us exploring in some of these incredible places that we know, and we work in with groups to explore nature and learning. It's a good thing actually, because you know, in these times now we're going to have to be careful about being together in groups and in enclosed areas. And working with Ecowise, one of the great things is we're working in these great open spaces where you're not going to meet other people. And we work in places like castles where you can close the doors and nobody's going to come there. So they're very closed, safe environments. And we work with small groups. So it's actually perfect opportunity for schools to start to get back out and get you guys back into the real world and the natural world. And just want to say a little bit about some thanks and sense of gratitude, because these videos we're making, you know, you may be seeing me, but actually there's a lot of work that's behind this, like Yenka, who's done all the technical stuff with her amazing photography, and she's been learning to use camera and sound. And then Dan Bartley, my brother-in-law, her wonderful brother, who's basically put this whole thing together and managed to put it on YouTube and all the rest. These are geniuses. So thanks so much for them. Also, I want to thank my ancestors, especially people like my grandfather. One of my grandfathers taught me to pay attention and to watch. He used to take me through the lanes in Somerset in England, showing me birds and plants and teaching me how if you want to see things, you've got to pay attention, you've got to be quiet. My other grandfather taught me to question things and ask and to start to use your intellect and your powers of your mind to explore the world. My father got me to realize that I could find out anything I wanted through accessing books, music, and materials. My mother introduced me to the idea of you have beautiful things like flower arrangements in the house. She's always had flower arrangements, and that inspired me. And my mother also gave me the freedom and the opportunity to explore nature. She didn't keep me closed down, but she let me wander around with my little bird book and let me explore the world. She gave me a lot of freedom. That was so important. So the people in our lives that make things possible, we should be grateful for that. And those are also, in a deeper sense, our ancestors that enabled us to be here now and have kept the world in a state where it's a world where we can live. You know, it's not accidental that it's like this. It's through people's decisions of what they did and didn't do in the past. And again, this is our responsibility for the future generations, to keep this world beautiful and functional and take care of the place. And that's one of the reasons we're learning. One of the reasons we're learning is to know where we are and know the effects of what we do and how that's going to affect ourselves, those around us, and our greater than human community, the ecosystems, the environment, the world that we are and we're indistinguishable from, and we influence, and influences us, and influences the future. And this river here, I always use this as a metaphor, an analogy for time and life, because this river is coming from the mountains up there and it's flowing down. And it's a sort of like analogy of time. That's the past, that's our ancestors, that's the world and our evolutionary past that enable us to be here now with this beautiful world with oxygen and all the things we need to live. This is the present, this is where we are right now. This is an opportunity, and this is an opportunity for us to be pivotal in what happens next. And of course, downstream is the future. And it's kind of unknown. You can see it with the light shining on it. And those two kingfishers just flew across there. But this is the future. It's shiny and it's full of opportunities, but it's also kind of a bit hazy and unclear what's coming next. But what we know for sure is whatever we do, whatever we think, whatever we say, and whatever we feel is going to influence what happens next. So let's be all part of this and be aware of who we are and how we're interconnected with each other, and everybody's the same as us. We're not different from anybody else, and this virus has made us aware of that. We're interconnected. So let's keep that in mind, and we'll be in touch, and hopefully we're going to see you on some incredible trips coming to places like this, where you're going to not just see it, but you're going to touch it, you're going to smell it, you're going to hear it, and you're going to experience it for real. So it's a great opportunity where we are now. And one of the wonderful things about Ecowise trips is we work with really small groups, which is really important in this time, because you don't want to be in big groups of people together. And we work in small groups and in incredibly open places where you're not going to meet anybody else. So it's like the ultimate kind of thing you could be doing now in terms of safety is coming on an Ecowise trip, because you're in these beautiful, clean, natural habitats and environments where there's nobody there. So talk to your parents, talk to your teachers. Come on, let's get going. Let's do some stuff. It's time, right? Also want to thank a few teachers and people that have always been on our side and looking out for us, especially Jane Whittle and some of the students that have put together worksheets that accompany these videos. But basically, let's go on. Let's see each other. Let's get together live and direct. And a presto, a hui ho. Take it easy, guys, and we're going to see you soon, okay? Ciao.